Greetings, friends. Happy Tuesday. I am really happy to be with you this morning. I've been receiving some really awesome personal downloads today, and I'm going to synthesize those as best I can and bring forward today's message. The word for today is repair. And repair comes from a quality of being available and uh, willing to connect on an emotional level in order to navigate the challenges and circumstances of our lives and our world. And the energy and the meditation I've been doing today comes out of a convergence of the qualities of Scorpio of moving forward with a commitment to connection from our heart and from the depths of our inner truth and our willingness to totally show up for whatever it takes to strengthen our ability to stay in coherence, in alignment with our heart and our truth as we come into relationship in the world. This is really a way to describe the fundamental purpose of being human. And I'm bringing this forward because it really came forward last night in our mystery school circle. We were working last night in Kabbalah pathwork with the Empress and the path of the Empress. And the Empress also happens to be the culminating card in our planetary tarot spread for the new moon a week and a half ago. And so I've been really curious in my personal practices this month of how I can work with the energies of Scorpio and the energies of transformation and the energies of going deep in order to learn more about this quality of being in my power and being authentic and fully showing up for creation, which is the Empress, the creation of the world, by being in my heart and what I have to learn right now in my own life and my own path in these days of this month. So what we talked about last night is one of the things we talked about is the challenge of wanting to solve problems through action and force, and how we often by pushing or by forcing move into intellectual problem solving or reactionary solutions rather than the power of love, which doesn't need to force, which comes into alignment, and then we move with natural flow. And it's not an easy thing to do because, of course, we have to take action. So there's this way that I hadn't thought before this morning of the Prince of Cups and the warrior taking the guidance from the teachings of the Empress. So this may be a little esoteric. It's actually super practical if you work with these symbols. So the message I want to bring forward is from the Sabian today is learning how to do repair. It's an odd image. It's an image of a dentist repairing teeth, and what that has to do with is the way in which living in a culture and living in society and coming into relationship with the world, we have to be able to develop high level tools of solving problems that society has created. So tooth decay, teeth are our ancestral energy, the bones of our being, and they also are what provide nourishment. And so through tooth decay often happens because of cultural habits of poor diet. So there's all these multiple layers going on in the energy for signature for today, but the ultimate symbol is of someone who has an area of expertise of being of service to the culture and solving problems through creativity and inventiveness and showing up to do repair. So this is going through to... Okay, I think we're recording again. I forgot to turn the phone off, so I just paused so I could get back to this. So the way in which this quality of inventiveness and solving problems of the solar illumination for today is very much related to the energies of the gibbous moon and these last 3 days before full moon, because this is a time to be available to the ways in which you can solve problems and you can show up with new solutions and new ideas And the energy right now, to both for yourself and for how to be of service to the culture, and the energy right now is very much related to the strength, to our ability to go to the depths, to connect with inner truth, and connect with the power and the will of love that is the glue and the force and the creative energy of the universe. There's a way in which we can connect to our superpowers of inner strength and inner power right now by just being present. This is a gift every year when we move into these days of Scorpio. So I'm feeling this very deeply. One of the things we talked about last night that's interesting is when we move into the energy of the Empress, it can be hard to find words because what we're engaged in is the congruence of the heart. And words can sometimes take us into our mind and into our intellect. And there's a feeling that is holding the truth of this. So I'm doing my best today to communicate the feeling and the energy package to you without getting too intellectual, and bring forward the potential and power of this day and of this time and of this amazing synergy of what we're all creating together. So feel the depths, go to the depths, feel your alignment with inner truth. The tarot card for these first 10 degrees of Scorpio is also one of the energies of gibbous moon, and it's the 5 of Cups, disappointment. What this signifies is right now we have a new power and ability through what I'm talking about with the power of the heart, to connect and observe our patterns of responses of disappointment when things don't go our way, or when we experience loss, authentic loss. This doesn't have to be trivial, but we have a new way to show up to these experiences of disappointment and loss by pulling within and connecting with inner truth, which leads us to new solutions and new ways to respond, which is the Prince of Cups moving forward from the heart. So all of this is converging right now in a way of enabling us to connect to new superpowers through our own emotional strength and our ability to support each other as we move forward. So the word is repair. It has to do with us showing up and connecting with our own disappointments or the disappointments of others, and being willing to stay in our heart, even if it's painful, to connect with deeper truth and deeper power and return to alignment through this creative, infinite source of love that is the glue and the power of the universe that gives birth to new form. So big love to each of you today, and hold space for mystery and for healing and for new solutions for big and small problems and circumstances in our lives that come from our ability to show up and move through that disappointment and loss to new solutions and new realizations and new awareness and new power. So have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.